Hey, dear developer, ready to dive into something seriously exciting? You've probably seen jaw-dropping 3D gaming websites and thought, wow, that must be built with some crazy advanced technology. But guess what? You can build something just as stunning. And no, you don't need WebGL, 3JS, or any heavy framework. Just HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. That's it. In this video, I'll walk you through how to create a modern 3D-style gaming website from scratch, using nothing but the basics. This is the kind of project that looks complex but feels magical once you realize you can do it too, even as a beginner. The 3D character can move in every direction, just the way you want. When you hover your mouse over a nav item, a smooth underline appears under it. There's also a join button, and when you hover over it, the background color moves forward. You'll see a rotating circular text. It spins around in a circle. There's a character thumbnail picture. When you hover over it, a nice shadow appears to make it pop out of the screen. And when you click on any thumbnail, their name and description show up instantly, just like in a real game. This website is fully responsive and looks great on all devices, whether you're using a phone, tablet, laptop, or desktop. Feel free to check it out on any screen size to see how smoothly it adapts. Let's start building this amazing website together. But before we dive in, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any upcoming tutorials. You can download the complete JavaScript code from the GitHub link in the description. Now, here's the JavaScript in action. No need to write it yourself, just download and use it. If you'd like to support my work, don't forget to leave a star on the repo. This is a quick overview of the entire website. Simply drag the folder into VS Code and open the index.html file. Inside the style folder, you'll find all the CSS files. Make sure your HTML file is properly linked to the CSS. In this section of the project, I've created a responsive website header using HTML. The structure starts with an element that contains a navigation bar inside a container. On the left, we have a logo wrapped in an anchor tag. Then we have the desktop navigation links. Home, About, Store, and Contact, which are visible on larger screens. There's also a Join button for smaller screens or mobile devices. I've added a hamburger menu toggle using an SVG icon. When this button is clicked, it triggers a mobile navigation menu, displaying the same links in a mobile-friendly layout. This structure ensures a clean and responsive navigation experience for both desktop and mobile users. Now let's take a look at the CSS that styles the header section of our site. We start with the .container class. It ensures that our content doesn't stretch across the entire screen. It uses a max width of 1300 pixels and centers everything using margin 0 auto. The padding gives a little breathing room on both sides. The header is fixed at the top of the page using position::fixed, and it spans the full width of the screen. I've given it a slightly transparent dark background using RGBA, along with a subtle bottom border to separate it visually from the rest of the page. Inside the header, we use Flexbox in the nav element to lay out our items. The logo icon is styled to maintain a consistent size and centers the image inside using Flexbox again. For navigation, the .desktop nav is hidden by default. This will be toggled using media queries later to show only on larger screens. Each .nav link is styled with a custom font, light text color, and some letter spacing for modern readability. On hover, we add an animated underline effect using the double colon after pseudo element, which smoothly transitions in. Then we have the .nexus button, which uses a bordered design and a transparent background. On hover, it adds a glowing effect and a gray background. For mobile responsiveness, we've added a hamburger menu button with an SVG icon. When clicked, it toggles the visibility of the .mobile menu by switching the .active class. The mobile menu itself is hidden by default, but becomes visible when active. The links inside are stacked vertically using Flexbox with spacing between each item. Overall, this CSS gives us a clean, modern, and responsive navigation experience that works seamlessly across desktop and mobile devices. Welcome to our character showcase layout. The HTML starts with a main section containing a hero area that features a rotating circular text saying, Nexus Gaming Media Network, a bold soldier's backdrop title. A character carousel for swapping images, and a thumbnail section for selection. On the right, there's a dedicated info area for character stats, name, and actions. This is the JavaScript code used for the character system. It includes full functionality to display characters with their image, thumbnail, title, and description. You can download the complete JavaScript code from GitHub using the link in the description. The CSS begins by styling the .main container with max width, center alignment, and full screen height. The character showcase uses Flexbox to center content, while the rotating circular text is absolutely positioned and animated with a smooth 20-second spin using at keyframes. Circular text is styled with spaced-out letters and a modern font for a futuristic feel. The bold soldier's backdrop uses large font, negative spacing, and subtle opacity for impact. The character carousel shows only the active image using z-index and opacity control. While thumbnails are square, clickable, and glow on hover. Character info is neatly styled with bold fonts and clear spacing. And the iframe container fits background or interactive content precisely. To make the layout responsive, we use media queries to adjust elements across different screen sizes. At widths under 1380 pixels, the root and header shrink slightly and center themselves. Under 1300 pixels, we move the character content closer to the right. At 1100 pixels, the circular text shifts left, and the soldier's backdrop resizes and wraps neatly. Below 960 pixels, everything scales down. Circular text moves higher, and the backdrop text shrinks more. For screens under 670 pixels, spacing tightens. Text sizes reduce, thumbnails shrink, and layouts adjust to stay readable and balanced. At 450 pixels and below, mobile-specific elements appear, like a styled mobile menu and readable nav links. Animations bring it all together. Each element slides or fades in with delays for a cinematic rhythm. Overall, the CSS builds a sleek, game-like interface that feels alive and interactive. If you enjoy this kind of content, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the upcoming tutorials.